Yeah, they were together for a while, and it just kind of seems like that ended. But the big question is, was there essentially cheating? And its approach to this divorce and what happened between the two of them.
Right here for company. Blake and Ryan to your slight right, both of you.
Insiders are spilling on the real reason why Ryan Reynolds left Blake Lively alone.
They were Hollywood's favorite love story. From witty tweets to red carpet hand-holding, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds seemed untouchable, like a real-life rom-com that never ended. But now, that fairy tale is unraveling. Whispers have turned into headlines, secret meetings, real estate tours, and a sudden, very specific phone call to one of Hollywood's most notorious divorce attorneys. And just like that, a 10-year love story may be on the edge of total collapse. What's really happening behind the curtain? Is this just a bump in the road, or the beginning of the end for Blake and Ryan? We're breaking down every shocking twist, from career jealousy and secret lawyers, to the one name no one expected to resurface, Scarlett Johansson. This is the Blake and Ryan split.
Yeah, they were together for a
Exposed.
while, and it just kind of seems like that ended. But the big question is, was there essentially cheating? And it's kind of hard to be able to tell. So there's two different narratives, but specifically, what Ryan and Blake's narrative is, they both were not in relationships. When they did get together, it was after the filming of Green Lantern, and everything was good. But I think what made everything more complicated was there was a rumor due to a tweet that was sent out by a reporter. So that's kind of the odd thing here.
Smoking gun, if you will. This is what it was.
Yeah.
Yes, here we have the article. That during the allegation of this really all stemmed from a journalist who now claimed it in a deleted tweet.
Yes.
Now, the tweet has been archived. Here it is from Kat Marnell. Fun fact, Blake Lively...
It started with a phone call. Not to a therapist, not to a marriage counselor, but to Bryan Freedman, a man known in Hollywood not for saving marriages, but for ending them with nuclear precision. Bryan Freedman is the guy celebs call when they want to destroy their opponents without ever setting foot in court. His client list: Britney Spears, Jonah Hill, Lisa Marie Presley. His specialty: quiet settlements that still leave headlines in ruins. So when Blake Lively allegedly contacted Freedman twice in early March, insiders knew something was up. According to leaked call records obtained by an anonymous Hollywood assistant, Blake's team scheduled a private consultation under a non-disclosure flag. In legal terms, that's code for protect yourself before the storm hits. And just days later, Blake was spotted leaving a Manhattan townhome, alone, wearing no ring. In the beginning, Blake and Ryan were the dream. They met on the set of Green Lantern, a box office flop that somehow birthed one of the strongest couples in the business. They were sarcastic, playful, and real. Unlike other celebrity couples, they didn't perform for the camera. They trolled each other online. They stayed grounded. They even moved out of LA, choosing a quiet life in upstate New York. But somewhere in the past year, something shifted. Paparazzi photos of the couple have dwindled. Public appearances, missed or delayed. And the biggest red flag, social media silence. Ryan, who once posted hilarious birthday roasts for Blake, completely skipped her birthday post last year. And Blake, who used to comment heart emojis on every photo, hasn't interacted with Ryan's account in months. Fans noticed. So did journalists. The trolling stopped. The chemistry dulled. And for a couple whose entire brand was playful love, that silence screamed louder than words. Here's where things get even messier. Blake and Ryan built an empire. Together, they were more than actors. They were entrepreneurs, producers, and global brand icons. But sources close to the couple say their careers started pulling them in opposite directions. Blake has been laser-focused on directing. Her upcoming film with Netflix, Seconds, is her biggest passion project yet, and she's reportedly obsessed with making it perfect. Meanwhile, Ryan's business ventures have exploded. Mint Mobile, Aviation Gym, Wrexham Football Club. He's no longer just a movie star. He's a businessman, and a wildly successful one. According to a production assistant on one of Blake's sets, Blake felt like she was living in Ryan's shadow. Everyone saw him as the mogul, but she's the one grinding 16-hour days on set while raising their kids. She wanted recognition, not just as a wife, but as a creator. That imbalance reportedly led to arguments, and one particularly heated fight during the filming of It Ends With Us, which insiders say Blake left in tears. But the drama wasn't just professional. A neighbor near their Bedford, New York home claims the couple started living in different wings of their estate. Another insider said staff were told not to mention Ryan's travel plans to Blake, and vice versa. There was this weird energy, the housekeeper told an anonymous blog. They weren't fighting loudly, but they weren't together either, like roommates with too much history. And then came the house tours. Blake was spotted touring multiple properties in Tribeca and West Village. Always alone. No agents. No kids. One of the listings was a 3-bedroom penthouse with a nursery and a private office reportedly described as a retreat for women re-entering independence. Sound familiar? Now, here's where things get really interesting. A resurfaced tweet from 2011, deleted but archived from a former Vanity Fair staffer, hinted that Blake and Ryan may have overlapped while he was still married to Scarlett Johansson. At the time, Ryan and Scarlett were separated, but not yet divorced. And Blake? Fresh off a fling with Leonardo DiCaprio. No proof, just whispers. But after Ryan and Blake went public weeks after his split from Scarlett was finalized, questions swirled. Was this relationship built on a shaky foundation? Scarlett has never publicly commented on it, but sources say she was not thrilled about how quickly Ryan moved on. Fast forward to today, and insiders claim Blake has become increasingly paranoid about past rumors. One close friend said, she's terrified of karma, of being the wife who got him and might now lose him the same way. Just weeks ago, Blake posted a single, haunting quote to her private story, one only visible to close friends. But like all things in Hollywood, someone leaked it. It read, "Sometimes silence isn't peace. It's preparation. I'm handling this part." No context, no follow-up, but those 9 words sent fans into a frenzy. Was she preparing for a legal war? Was this her quiet way of telling the world something's wrong? And with Bryan Freedman now reportedly on speed dial, that handling might involve settlements, custody agreements, and the most expensive celebrity split since Kim and Kanye. So, what now? Are Blake and Ryan truly headed for divorce? Or is this just a high-level PR recalibration? Some believe they are preparing a soft exit, meaning a quiet separation followed by joint statements and mutual parenting posts. Others think this could be the start of a full-blown war, with custody battles and brand splits that could shake up their $250 million empire. One Hollywood lawyer close to the case said, if Bryan Freedman's involved, it's serious. He doesn't do maybe separations. He handles prenups, power plays, and image protection. If Blake's working with him, she's not just reacting. She's planning. So what do you think?
In a deleted tweet.
Yes.
Now, the tweet has been archived. Here it is from Kat Marnell. Fun fact, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds hooked up when Ryan Reynolds was still married to ScarJo and holed up in a NOLA hotel room during the Green Lantern. Us Weekly had discovered this, and their beauty editor would tell us this at events and about how Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's team's threats squashed the story. Now, again, this person's reporting, it is hearsay, right? Because she's
Absolutely
clearly
hearsay.
saying,
this is
the beauty
speculation.
editor over at this place is telling me this, da, da, da. So it is multiple steps to confirm this, everybody, so it's not confirmed. But it wouldn't be a surprise. They were clearly had chemistry during that tour. I remember, Kim, all the junkets that people have seen of Ryan and Blake, there is...
Right here for company. Blake and Ryan to your slight right.
She couldn't leave the house. Isn't that what she had said? Isn't that the whole thing? Severe anguish during the feud and she couldn't leave. I mean, is this going to help her legal case to show the apparent damages she's been suffering? Because it sure looks like they're having quite a nice time.
Is the fairy tale over? Or is this just a rough chapter in Hollywood's most watched love story? Let us know your theories in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive deep dives into the stories the tabloids are too scared to tell. Because in Hollywood, even the most perfect couples are just one secret away from scandal.